Okay, hello everyone, Mark Session again, and we have a student file we want to check. The problem is, if we render this out, the rendering, let me hit F10 and show the rendering. So this is set to scanline render. Maybe we will switch it, but right now this is what we have. So this is a little bit burned out. I don't know if there are lights or not. So scanline render is set. Let me check if we have lights. So let me zoom out. Shift G to hide geometry. Okay, these are splines and we have a camera. I guess we have no lights. If I'm not sure, we can always press H to get this select from scene dialog and check if we have a light or not. Okay, so invert display, and there are no lights actually here. Okay, so let me cancel this, Shift G, showing back everything. So we are set to scanline render. There are no lights. We have a camera, that's good. Let me check the environment panel, and we have no environment map. So this is why we had the black background. So render frame window. Yeah, we have a tiny bit of a black background visible there. And but we already have a physical camera exposure control. So that may alter the things. So if you have nothing, this is how the render looks. F10 and render. So, but because the camera exposure control was added, it was creating this kind of a overlit effect. Okay, so what we have to do, the first, we definitely need to switch to a different type of render, art render or Arnold. Art render will do fine here. And yes, we do need the physical camera exposure control. We also want to create a light source, and the light source usually for these outdoor scenes is a simple kind of a sun positioner, for example. So let me drag this out. We don't need to create it too big of a compass. Orientation is maybe like this, and elevation of the sky. Okay, so this is what happens. I don't want to create any more suns. So let me go to camera view, Shift F, save frame. It shows that we have a clipping here, so I will just dolly the camera a bit. Okay, more things are visible now. And let me go and press number 8, environment panel. And a change has been made, so we have a sky environment now automatically created because of we created this sun positioner and sun system. If you don't have it, you can always load in. So by clicking on here, we have a environment type of map, and there is physical sun and sky environment. Okay, so it's basically the same thing. Okay, now I like to use this render preview because it will create a fairly small preview. It's like rendering, it's just automatically resized to fit. But it is interactive. Okay, so the reason we are concerned about this interactivity, that I guess the sun is okay because it's just a default sun, it has to be good. We have the environment, so environment changed, that's also a good option. But still, it looks like it's overlit, so we have everything burned out to white. So to solve this problem, there is a compensation, and usually you have to use this compensation area. So let me just dial this down until I reach a point where it actually becomes fairly promising. Okay, so here in the preview now it's already visible. It's a minus value of exposure values there. Still, we want to rotate the, let me click away, let me select the sun. Let me hit on rotation, and let me change the orientation, render preview again to make a little bit different shadow. Okay, I'm good with this. So right now I don't want to change anything, but of course I can change the highlights, midtones, and shadows if I wish later on. But right now, this is what we have. My main concern is the horizon. So because we have an angled camera, so the camera is a little bit higher than the standard height of sight, what we can do is to alter the level of horizon. Now to do that, we need a material editor. And the material editor this is the compact mode of material editor. So let me modes compact material editor. And looking for an empty sphere. And drag and drop it with an instance, and at the bottom we have this horizon height. Now it will interactively adjust, I hope so, the exposure control preview window. So let me go and switch to a -3 degree. Okay, it's good, but it's not enough. -5 degree, -7 degree. Okay, -7 might work. So let me create a higher resolution render. So F10 and render this again. And here we go. So this is what we have now. All right, a few things are floating, so we definitely have to adjust those. Select, switch to move, and drag until it reaches the ground. And let me close these. Here this one is not a group, so we can create a group from this. Going perspective, zoom out, Shift L, hiding light, Shift C, hiding camera, and let me select these guys, Control I, invert, and now I can quickly create a group. That will be a temporary group. Okay, now switching back to camera, and don't forget Shift C will bring back the camera, Shift L will bring back the light, but once the light is adjusted, we don't have to worry about this much, so we can keep it hidden if we wish. So let me select the module and move it. Okay, so a few corrections need to be added, but it looks promising. I've just used the pan to move the camera, so I'm actually moving the camera because I'm in the camera view. And F10 and hit render, and where we are. Okay, now everything's snapped to the ground. Here needs some adjustments needed, but other than that it works fine. And of course we can adjust the art renderer quality, cranking this up a little bit higher, and enable noise filtering. And once it is set, we can create a higher resolution render like a half HD. It's still fairly low, but it's significantly larger than the previous one, and it fits on the screen now. So let me render this out. Okay, so here we go. This is the rendered image. So thank you very much, and see you next time.